finally worked out.
Yeah, right. Well, thanks for hopping on. I won't keep you guys long. We're going to try and keep these to a half hour, 40 minutes. If we go longer, it's totally fine, but I want to be respectful of your guys' time, and I know that sometimes nighttime is the only time we get in our business. So I want to make sure that you guys are using that time to do your Power of Threes, get a post up if you need to, or schedule a few posts for tomorrow, and just kind of, get yourself organized. I know we're all busy moms, and sometimes nighttime is the precious, precious coveted time. I saw a post the other day that was like, the struggle is real. I think one of the coaches on our team posted it, like, as a mom, when kids go to bed, do you go to bed so you can catch up on sleep, or do you sit in quiet and enjoy your television show and eat a meal in peace? Like, which one's better? I don't know. You guys, I'll eat in my sleep.
There's too much to do at that time.
I know. So I had a leader call before this for people on our team, and expressed that it's been kind of a hard month, kind of a tough month, feeling stuck and stagnant. So are you guys kind of feeling that same, like, where do we go coming off of February and the momentum and the drive? And are you guys kind of feeling that too? You can just nod. Yeah. What do you think? And you can, this is for you guys to chat, so I'm not going to mute anybody. If you want to mute yourselves, that's fine. But I want you to be able to talk when you want. What do you think you're doing differently from last month to this month? Anything? Or do you think it's, is there anything that you're doing, or do you think it's just timing, or what do you feel like is your big problem with your team, with your page, with your niche, with that kind of stuff?
I know, can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
For me, I guess my frustration is that I'm not doing anything differently, and I did see such good success in February, and now it just seems like I'm assuming just like my warm market is gone, and I'm just trying harder to get people that are less confident in me to buy from me, and I'm not having any luck doing that at all.
Okay. So I think you hit a really good point, because a lot of the girls on here are brand new or newer, and I had to mute you because it was echoing so much on my end, and that happened earlier on the other call. So I think what Sarah said was really key. Sarah this is your 4th month as a coach, I think, right? And she's a success starter, and Jenny's very similar to this too. She's a new coach, November, success starter. They both have had awesome starts to their businesses, but this is where you get to the point where your warm market kind of starts to fizzle out, especially because you've seen such great success, that building your cold market is so important while you're using your warm market. So your warm market is still going to be valuable to you for the reason of that they are now your testimonies. They are now your people. So sharing the progress, and Sarah, I've seen a couple of your posts and you're doing it well, like what you're learning from your challengers and what your challengers are teaching you, to show people that you guys are a team and you're learning and doing things together, but also sharing their success with the programs. So maybe you have a few people from last month or the month before that have seen progress, whether it's a confidence transformation, or they're completely overhauling their diet, or they're off medication, or maybe they do have a really cool before and after that they are willing to let you share. And I always ask, I always tell them, I'll share it, but I can keep your name out. I can blur your face out. I can, keep your privacy private. I can keep your success private if you would like, or I can tag you in it and, whatever. But get their permission, and sometimes people will let you share that, and that can be a huge, huge one. I know you guys know I used Heather Cowbell let me use hers, and they have an awesome transformation, her and her husband, and she was more than willing to let me do that, and that helped other people see that it wasn't just me seeing success with the programs. So if you're feeling kind of stuck, maybe start sharing other people's results, even if they're not through your challengers. Maybe they're coaches on our team. Alyssa Anderson has done a really good job on posting all her befores and afters, and she's more than willing to share those that stuff with you. And if you're on this call and you've never shared your before and after, I encourage you to do that. Or if it's been a while and you haven't done it, I encourage you to do that, because people love to see that before and after. I'm pregnant, but I'm still sharing my journey. I'm still bearing the belly week to week to show like the progress of what healthy eating and working out has done for the pregnancy. Or comparing it to my last one. This week I'm going to compare it to the twins, because with the twins I was like, I don't care. I wasn't working out. I wasn't eating right. And I was just eating because I was told to eat. So I was just, so sharing that transformation, that before and after, but relating it back to the 21-day fix, relating it back to Shakeology, relating it back to working out and what this has done for me. So if you're struggling kind of with what to post or how encouraging new people, start reaching out to your warm market for their transformations and testimonials, but then also for referrals. So as they're finishing up their 21 days with you, you can send them a private message and say, hey, you're rocking this. You're doing so well. We're getting ready to start another group in April, and I would love to have you in there. Are you planning on joining? And they can say yes or no. And if they say yes, you're like, perfect. I have 5 spots, and I wanted to let you know that I have these 5 spots open before I start publicly posting about them, to see if you had any friends or family that you think would benefit from a group like this. And you're just inviting them to invite other people, and, helping them see the value of this group, and letting them know that they can bring in people. It doesn't have to be just people that you're bringing in, but they can help you, and you're willing to work with people that they know, and helping them realize, making them feel special by saying, I haven't gone public with this group yet because I wanted to open it up to my customers first, to see if you had any friends or family we could help with this first. So those would be 2 ways to use your warm market. So testimonials and referrals. So then the other thing that I would do, if you are a new coach, or you've been a new coach for 4 or 5 months and you're kind of running out of your warm market, I did a call back in February called How to Build Your Cold Market on Facebook. And I went through I think 8 or 9 different ways in how I build my cold market on Facebook. And so if you haven't listened to that yet, or maybe you listened to it and you started implementing some ideas and now you're ready to implement a few more, I would listen to that call. It's in the file section. And I think it's listed just as that. I think if you go to the file section of Team Fabulously Fit, it says that, how to build your cold market. So that would be another great way to help you, not only in March, but to continually do those things to help build your business. Yeah, it's how to build your cold market with Facebook. Man, I'm getting winded on these calls. I was walking up the stairs earlier today, and I was like, oh my gosh, this baby. I unmuted it now. So does that help you guys if you're feeling stuck? And if you're brand new, Stacey, you're probably I have no idea what they're talking about right now.
We'll get there, though. It makes sense. I mean, it makes sense that you'll have all these people right off the bat that are interested, and then they'll kind of fizzle off, like you said, and you'll have to reach out to the people who are kind of more hesitant. So that's going to be the tricky part, especially if you're not very good at that stuff. So, and
it's scary, and it can be scary. Yeah. I'm a huge introvert. I'm not a huge but I've seen the value in the company and the value in the groups and what it's done for me, that I'm not hesitant to share it.
Yeah.
So the more you do it, the more you get comfortable doing it. Yeah. And also go back to all those people in your warm market that have said no to you. Or maybe they did 21-day fix program, but they didn't do a challenge pack. Maybe they're ready for a new program and ready to try Shakeology. Or maybe people said no, but now they're ready to try a program. That's still awesome. And I don't ever want to discount, like we do focus on the challenge pack because that's how we hit Success Club, but I don't ever want to discount someone who's starting a 21-day fix base kit or a hard corpse base kit, because it still takes so much courage to say yes and to try a new program and something out of their comfort zone. So don't mark that off as not having a successful month either. How, so off of Alyssa's call last week with vulnerability and just being able to share, you know, what's going on in life and, you know, sharing your, where's my piece of paper? Sharing your 10 things about like who you are and, you know, what are 2 things that kind of set you apart and make you kind of nervous to share? Like, how are you guys doing well with that? Was that helpful last week? Have you guys implemented any of that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are so quiet. Because that's another way too to help people get to know you and get comfortable with you and what they're gonna get from you as a coach. And we talked about that on the leader call today too, like attracting coaches, but also attracting challengers. If you're posting to what your lifestyle is like, if you're a busy mom, if you're a working mom, if you're a part-time working mom, but how are, like, you can be all that, but how are you taking care of you in the meantime? And how is this simplifying it for you? That's huge. That's huge. And a lot of you on this call are part-time moms or full-time working, and I can't relate to that. So I'm not going to relate to a full-time working person because I've never done Beachbody and coaching. I've never done that while working a full-time job. So you're going to have a whole niche that I'm not going to be able to connect with. So making sure you're sharing how this has helped your situation. So what is your situation, and knowing that and being vulnerable enough to share that with people. Does that make sense? Yeah. What else we got? What other questions? Oh, you guys.
Okay, so I have a random question. I heard you talking about Success Starter for like the newer coaches. What is that, and like how do you get there?
Who is talking?
This is Angie.
Okay. I just see a phone number. I don't see me. That's okay. I just don't want to like assume that I know and I don't know, and then.
Well, I can't get into the like. I'm on my iPhone and I can't get into the video part of it. So I think next week I'll have to try and use my laptop and see if I can do it that way, because it didn't work on my iPhone. Can I do it on my iPhone?
Yeah, you
it's like the video.
iPhone. Yeah.
I couldn't figure out how to. Okay, so 2 questions. How do I do that?
You can download the app. Did you download the app?
No, I don't know what the app is.
Okay, so you'll download the Zoom app.
Okay.
ZOOM app, and then you'll always be able to save the links in there and open it up and all that stuff right on there. Or you can call.
I'll do it now.
Yep, so you can do that way.
Okay. Well, it's always nice to put a face to a name, so.
No, it's really nice. And that's why I don't want to just like. That's why I want to ask who's talking so that I know. So I know.
Yeah. Okay.
So Success Starter is. Beachbody really is big into recognition. They've actually added that as the 4th vital behavior. So now there's 4 vital behaviors. There's invite, or I like to say share, being a product of the product, and personal development and recognition. And this is the first recognition that you can get as a coach for your Success Club achievements. So Success Starter means that you've hit Success Club 5 or higher the first 3 months of your business.
Oh, perfect. If I'm already at 3, the odds of me getting there is pretty good, right?
Yep. So let's say you enroll as a coach in March. So you have March, April, May to hit Success Club 5. If you miss in March, you can still hit April, May, or June.
Okay. So is it 5 people each month or 5 in 3 months?
5. It's 5 points for each month.
Oh, Okay, 5 points for each month.
Yep. So Success Club 5. So that means it's usually you'll hit Success Club 6 because typically it's 3 challenge packs. So you'll hit you'll help 3 people per month to be a success starter.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So the first month you hit that goal, you'll get a call with Carl Deichler, who's the CEO. We'll do all success starters from March had a call this past Thursday with Carl. If you get it all 3 months, you'll win your ticket to Summit 2017.
Perfect. And isn't that in Tennessee? Did I read that right? Or is that this year's?
This year's in Tennessee. It's in Nashville. I'm not quite sure where next year will be. They announce it at Summit.
Okay.
Good question. Anyone else?
This is Kelly. I just have there's another random question. I just noticed on your pages you use a lot of videos of you exercising. What app do you use to make it, use fast forward or, slow motion? What app do you use for that? That looks cool. I like that.
I personally use Pick Play Post often.
Okay.
But another coach on our team just told me about Splice. It's SPLICE.
What is that?
SP as in Paul.
Uh-huh.
LIC as in cat. E.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Splice.
Yep. There's
All right.
That one's amazing. That's the one I use.
Yeah, is that you, Angie?
Yeah, Alyssa told me about it, and it's so awesome because you can put your own voice over the music.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yes, and then you can cut different parts of the video and fast forward them, and you can choose how you want to make the videos combine. It's super cool. It took me a while to figure it out. It's easy.
Okay, I'll use that. I want to switch it up. That'll be nice.
Yeah. That's a good question too.
Okay, thank you.
On apps, my favorite ones, if you're newer or you need some new ones, I like WordSwag is a good app to put words. I like to use that for quotes on a photo. Or they have a ton of cool backgrounds. So if you don't have a photo that you want to use, there's still some pretty cool backgrounds on there.
What is that? What is that called? Word what?
Swag. SWAG.
Okay.
Rona is another good one. That's RHONNA.
Okay.
Camera Plus is cool for filters.
All right.
Photofy, it's PHOTOFY.
Okay.
And that's another cool one for collages or photos or all that kind of stuff. Those are really the only ones that I use consistently.
Okay. That's good. All right. Thank you.
What else do you guys have?
I have a question that everybody probably already knows the answer to, but I'm new, so I don't. But when you mentioned inviting people to the challenge group in April 11, how exactly does that all work? I'll just mention the group and add them to the group, and then everything is kind of run you run it, kind of, and I just tag them in certain posts so they see what's coming. Okay. Yep.
So as we lead up to it, so probably next week, I'll start posting, this is coming up. Here's what I'm using. Here's the post that I used to advertise for it. And so I'll share what I'm using. There's also a ton of examples in the New Coach Bootcamp group in the file section. I think that's today or tomorrow. But there's a ton of scripts for you to kind of use and play with. And you're already doing a really good job posting. Your stuff's popping up on my newsfeed, so I'm seeing it. So you're already setting the stage really, really well. And so I when you do your challenge group post, it'll just kind of fit in with what you've already been posting about. the boys and the lifestyle change and your Oreo, and was funny.
That's hard, by the way. That's very hard.
It was funny because it was so true, but you didn't do it in like a in your face way. It was just like, hey, this is the reality, and these are the steps I'm taking to do better.
Right.
So yeah, so if you're a new coach on here, or maybe you have been struggling running your own challenge groups, or maybe there's a few faces on here where it's time to branch out and do your own challenge group. Ours will be on April 11th, but anyone who joins this team, whether you're my personally sponsored coach or you are one of my personally sponsored coaches, you are welcome to join that challenge group, because I know how scary it can be to, 1, join a team, 2, work on your own health and fitness, and then 3, invite other people and go, I have no idea what I'm doing and not supposed to run this group. And that can be super, super scary. Like, I remember running mine on my very own the very first month, and I had no idea what I was doing. It was like crickets halfway through, and it was just very intimidating. And I've just seen how much more confidence is built when we do things this way as a team. And there's going to be those months where you only have 2 or 3 challengers, and you're like, now what do? You just plug them into this group. And I run it. I do the cover photo. I get everything set. I run the meal plans. I post everything. And honestly, we've been doing it as like an ongoing group since December. So I've just been changing the name, changing the cover photo, and that's been so helpful for me personally, because I don't have to keep creating all these groups and adding challenges from before. But it also helps people who maybe have fallen off a little bit still realize that we're there and we're still doing this thing, and then they come back, they jump in, or they message you and say, hey, I'd like to join the next group, or hey, when is this coming in? So for our challengers, that's really good. But then for you guys, you get to, Stacy is brand new. She just started her PIO. She just got her Shakeology. Like, she is like brand spanking new. And it gives you the chance to be able to do the challenge group, to see like what's going on, like how we run it. And then the next time you can add your people in and kind of coach them and encourage them. And so now you're taking that next step. And then maybe the next step, maybe you want to post and you're more active posting and encouraging. And then the next time, maybe you're ready to go on your own, or it could be a year and you're like, I'm just not ready yet. And that's okay. Like, I'm not here I'll push you when I think you're ready to be pushed, but I'm not here to nudge and make anyone go in a comfort zone that they're not ready to get into. Does that make sense? Yeah. And anything that I use, so all of my 5-day groups, all of my templates, all of my meal plans, like all that stuff, and a lot of the coaches on our team have shared the stuff that they've used. So templates and scripts and meal plans and all that are created in abundance for everyone to use. So that doesn't have to be a factory there.
In the challenge group in April, is that using 21 Day Fix?
It's going to be 21 days, but they can use any program.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then usually it's 21 Day Fix, but if they for some reason do like a different program, like for PIO, I have a meal plan. So then I'll just personally send them the PIO meal plan.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So.
And it's a paid group?
A paid group?
Is it where they're going to have a challenge pack and stuff?
I always recommend a challenge pack. But like I said earlier, like if someone is hesitant and they just can't commit to that expense yet, or they can't commit to they're just hesitant on Shakeology, at this point in your business, if you're 6 months or less, I always recommend okay, well, what about the base kit? The base kit is $60. They get everything but Shakeology. And it really builds that relationship and builds that trust with you. And it helps them kind of see the bigger picture of what's going on in each body and how it works and all that stuff. So then maybe the next one's okay, I'm ready. Let's do 21 Day Fix Extreme Challenge Pack. Or let's do 22-minute Hard Carbs Challenge Pack, or something like that.
We're going to show you the montage Hollywood has had the courage to show you. Periphery characters.
Good questions. Anyone else?
Here's another random question. Back when I started, I made myself a like page, but I haven't used it at all. Do you recommend that I start using it, or should I just stick with my profile page?
I think you could do both. And I don't want you to go fully over to your like page because they're so like they're time consuming and they can be money consuming too. But I think there's value in it because you can reach beyond your Facebook friends.
Right.
So I would maybe like start like, okay, I'm going to post I'm going to post my workout and I'm going to post like a motivational quote and just start there and start building that page to see what comes of it. And then, you know, in like a few more weeks, if you're more comfortable, start sharing more and we can talk about, you know, how to run an ad to get to your like page or how to promote your like page and things like that. But you don't want to promote or boost anything until you have something for them to come see on your like page.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do you just like invite your Facebook friends to like your like page, or do you like, how do you like, would I invite it to everybody like to like the page? Or
when I started, I think I sent it to the people that I knew would support me first and foremost. And then I went through again and I was like, well, I don't really care. I'm going to invite you. I'm going to invite you. I'm going to invite you. I'm going to invite you.
Right.
I just sent an invite because they don't have to accept it. I mean, I logged in the other day and I've never even looked at this. I didn't know this part existed. I had like 350 requests to like invites to like pages. I mean, for anything. I mean,
right.
Like clothing lines and this and that or whatever. And I'm like, holy crap. So I don't even realize that they're there. So other people might not. So I don't think you're going to offend anyone if you send them an invite to the page.
Right.
You know, they'll accept it if they want it. And if not, then they'll let us sit there and they might be ignorant like me and not even know that exists.
Right.
But I don't think it'll hurt you to start building that up because I think in the long run, like I've done a lot of my business there.
Right.
One thing I would do if you're going to start using that is make your cover photo nice so that people, when they first come to your page, and even for your personal photo, your personal page right now, like think of, like you are your storefront, you are your brand, you are your business. And so you want to make sure that you're presenting who you are, what you stand for, and what life kind of looks for you. And a lot of that is going to come through your profile picture and your cover photo.
Okay.
So if you go to mine, you know, it's pretty clean, it's pretty crisp, it's pretty clear. Like my profile picture is just me. It's not me and my kids. It's not me. It could be like, I mean, you and your family is fine, but you don't want it to be you and a girlfriend because then people are going to go to that and go, I don't know who's right in this picture. But then if you go to my cover photo, like, you know, I'm into fitness and my kids and my faith and my marriage and confidence, and there's different pictures that depict that. So you can click through like mine, or Meg's is another good one with cover photos.
Okay.
Amanda Miller is another good one to follow. She does her branding really well.
Okay.
And then you can use PicMonkey, which is PicMonkey.com, or Canva, CANVA.com. And those will both help you make a Facebook cover photo size.
Okay.
It'll fit for sure.
Okay, perfect.
And then I don't know if I redid this since I got back from vacation, but in my cover photo, yeah. So when you click on my cover photo, like if someone clicks on it, they're going to hear like a little story about me. I'm a God-loving woman who just wants to spread his love around towards others. I want his light to shine. I'm a twin mom and wife first and foremost. As much as I love eating healthy, I'm a cereal and candy addict at heart, and I could eat it every day. I'm a Midwest girl, born and raised, but I'm a beach girl at heart, so in Florida I will be. I'm a cardio addict, but learning to love the weights. You'll always catch me in workout gear. I'm not a fashionista. I care about helping other women feel confident, happy, and healthy on the inside and out, while enjoying all the treats and pleasures life has to offer. And I'm here to practice what I preach. Balance is a necessity. Striving for your dreams and doing your best is a must, but at the end of the day, being part of my family is the most important and what matters most. I believe that by waking up with a positive attitude, a goal, and a fresh mindset, we can conquer our day feeling in control, confident, and balanced. To join my team, click here, and there's like a app link. To join one of my monthly supports groups, it's another app link. So they get a little taste of who I am in a short context.
Right.
And so just something short and sweet about you as a whole wouldn't be bad to put in your cover photo either, because that way when you post it, they can see that description and that version of who you are when you post your photo.
Okay.
Good question though, because I think that's important. And I think I like waited too long to focus on that stuff. And I think you don't want to put too much emphasis on it, but I think if you can start piecing those little things together in the beginning, you know, Easter's coming up. So perfect example, you guys. You're on this team, which probably means that you're not dressed up all the time. Your hair's not always done. Your makeup's not always done. And you're probably in workout gear and just surviving the day like I am. And there's no shame in it. I love it. It's totally me. But on those rare weekends or rare date nights where I do my hair and I put my makeup on and whatever, I take a few pictures. And I might even change outfits every time if I have the time and take a few more pictures. But then I have these photos that I can use for shout outs. I can use for my cover photos. And that's what I did before I had professional ones done. So for Easter weekend coming up, if you are like me and you struggle, or you finally get ready and the last thing you're going to do is take a picture because you're just trying to get out the door before your kids start crying, then you don't get a picture. But with Easter weekend coming up, I'm sure you'll be in your family best. You'll take the time, you'll do your hair, do some makeup, and put on a cute little dress. So have your husband take a picture too. Take cute pictures with your kids because you're dressed up. So instead of it just being like a like I'm so guilty of this. Like I have so many cute pictures of me and the kids, but I look like a hot mess in half of them because I've never showered and I'm always like post-workout. So it's a rare weekend and you'll be dressed up. So take a picture or two so you have that for your profile photo. You can work that into your cover photo. Your kids are all dressed up and you just kind of have that moment in time. This is what our family looks like photo. More importantly for you. So you have that good, clean, crisp picture that you feel beautiful and you feel confident and you just look at it and you're like, yeah, I really like that. Like I look good. And that's not a bad thing. I would do like a full body one and then I would do like a headshot one or, even a selfie is fine. But that way you have a picture of you with makeup on, your hair done, and stuff that we can use for shout-outs and for your profile photo. Right?
We're all going to be thinking of that on Easter now.
It's pretty bad, right? I think so often, though, like,
I never take pictures. We never get pictures as a family or together. I struggle. Like I told you, I struggled finding just pictures to send you for shout outs and stuff because we can't get them. We don't think about it or we're never dressed up.
Yeah, you're not dressed up or you're not looking this or the kid's screaming and awful at taking pictures until she wants to. And when she wants to, you're super cute. But if she doesn't want to, she's not doing it.
Right. It's on her head.
Oh, all the way. So just take some pictures of you. And like I said, like your family too, because I try to do my best when I do your shout out to include a picture of your family or your kids because they are important to you and it is a huge part of who you are. And I love that you can be a mom and run this business however hard you want to run this business, you get to choose. And I think that's a really cool thing.
I wanted Jack to play. I did not like those people. I was cooking for them.
Any other questions? Is anyone doing 22-minute hardcore?
I just started this week.
Yeah?
It's hard, guys. Good for you.
It is hard.
Right now, but don't think that's a good idea.
I was going to do it in like 2 weeks and I'm done with Fix Extreme. And then I saw Alyssa rolling around on the floor doing push-ups. And I was like, I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, I thought she did good though.
She did awesome. But I was like, I don't think this belly's going to be rolling anywhere.
You probably won't get up.
Like, Matt. So do you guys like it?
Yeah, when I'm doing it, I could say that I hate it, but afterwards I can definitely say that it's one of my favorites right now. So
Yeah.
I like how I feel after. It's hard, but I like it.
Cool. And it's 22 minutes.
Yes.
Sarah, do you like it? Dan's doing it with you, right?
Yeah, he's doing it. Yeah, I mean, I'm like all about Tony Horton, so I'm into it anyway. It could be terrible, and I still love it. But yeah, it's kind of like what Jenny said. It sucks the whole time you're doing it, and then you get done with it, and you're like, oh my god, it was only 22 minutes. Awesome, I'm done. It's good. Hard.
We did it live in the new leadership conference, and I hadn't worked out in 4 or 5 weeks. So I was like, I'll do it modified. Like, it's fine. I'll just listen to my body. And I was like, at the end of it, I was like, yeah, that was modified, and that was like pregnant modified, so it was even more modified. But it was tough. And then I did the 2 sneak peeks here at home, and it was tough. Like, it was good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Have you guys had anyone had customers order it and do it? Any feedback from them? No.
I have one that ordered, but they haven't started yet. They'll start, I think, this week or next. So, but we'll find out soon.
It's a good one for military people. If you like, I think it's something they can relate to. So if you know that niche, or you know of someone who likes that style and they come to you, like, it's a good one for you to recommend right away. Because it is all veterans in there. Veterans are endorsing it. Like, so it just usually it hits home. It strikes a chord. So I'm trying to get Matthew to do it. Let's see.
Tell him Dan loves it. I mean, it works good for him. It's not as like girly as some of the other ones are. So.
Well, I told him too, because I said, well, let's do it together. We can do it when you get home from work, and the kids can play. Like, it's 22 minutes. Like, yeah, kids can play for 22 minutes, and you and I can work out together. And I was like, we don't have to worry about weights. We don't have to worry about all that, like getting all the equipment out, like hammer and chisel and all that stuff. Like, we can just literally say, okay, push play, and like, let's go. So we'll see.
Good luck.
Yeah, we'll see. So anything else? Any other major questions or anything? No? Okay, so we have the new coach training that's going to wrap up Friday. So Friday will be our last day. And then on Monday, I'm going to start posting for the 7-day branding and posting social media training. So if you're struggling on social media on what to post, or if you've kind of gotten out of the habit of posting consistently, or you just feel stuck, or if you're brand new and you have no idea, this is why we're going to do it. So we're going to go right into that. It's just going to be a 7-day training. I'm going to post it in that group to help you guys get comfortable and to give you some new ideas. And even if you've been doing it a while, I recommend maybe doing it. It might give you some new ideas. Do a water challenge on your page. So you're not opening up another group. You can just focus on running kind of a challenge group on your page with water, and super simple, but you get interaction and kind of get people involved in what you're doing. And then after that, I'm going to host an Emerald training right in that group as well. Instead of opening up a whole nother group and getting people in there, I'm just going to run it right after that group. Does that make sense? Because I think it's all chronological. Like, the first 10 days, let's learn your business. Let's learn the foundation and the terminology and get you comfortable. And then we're going to go right into posting, because that can be kind of scary. So we're going to go into posting and getting, what to talk about on your page without coming off as salesy or all Beachbody, but sharing you and all aspects of you. Well, all aspects that you want to share. And then and then taking that next step into what Emerald looks like. So I think even what we've been doing is, if you've hit Success Club, then be Emerald, or then focus on Emerald. But I think I've done a disservice to you, excuse me, because I think you can achieve both at the same time. And I think it's important for you to understand the steps to take to get to Emerald. All right. What Emerald looks like and the benefits of Emerald, the sooner you understand that, I think the more beneficial it will be for you. So I'm not going to wait for coaches to hit milestones. I'm just going to kind of take you through that training, not with the expectation that everyone's going to turn Emerald, but with the expectation that you can learn that next step of your business so that you know what to look for and you know what's next and what's on the horizon and what's next to come. Does that make sense? Sound good? Okay. And again, you can add in, so if your new coaches are not into that group yet, please add them in. It's a great resource. There's a ton of information in there. If you are a new coach, feel free to ask questions in that team page or in that new coach training page. There's a ton of us in there, but if it's a new coach question, then I'm sure you're not the only one that has that question. So if you ask it in that group specifically, you're going to get a lot of new coaches who that will also help. So anything else before we head off? No? Okay, I will have the recording up. Probably I'll have it up tonight. So if your team missed it or you need to listen again or you hopped on or went in and out, whatever, it'll be on up in the team page tonight. Okay? All right, you guys, have a good night. Thanks for hopping on.